Looking to become the UFC middleweight champion of the world, here he is, the #1 middleweight contender. For a long time, this man has been one of the best 85ers in the world, but this title fight eluded him. It is here right now. He is healthy. He is smack dab in the middle of his prime, and he believes he is the best 85er in the world and is out to prove just that tonight and walk away with 12 pounds of UFC gold. So here he is, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world. This man ubiquitously regarded as the top 85er at present. Some people believe this is the greatest middleweight of all time. He certainly does, and he has goals even beyond that. He wants to be one of the greatest mixed martial arts athletes of all time, and in order to preserve that goal, this is a title defense, simply put, that he's got to have. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. More than 5 years apart, with similar height and reach. All right, we send it inside the octagon to the veteran voice, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Middleweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 26 wins, 5 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Introducing the challenger, Sean Strickland. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 12 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Stockholm, Sweden, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Khamzat Chimaev.
All right, this is for the championship. You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves. Let's make it official.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
Ready.
All right, so here we go, round 1. I can barely hear myself think in this arena right now. 2 of the most dominant, well-rounded fighters in this division.
I mean, these guys are the best of all of mixed martial arts. They can do everything when they're locked inside of the octagon. I'm so excited to watch the highest level of MMA on display tonight. Big, powerful punch lands. Now we'll get back to range.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the gentleman.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
His opponent's got him in the clinch. He needs to break away and get back to his...
All right, so now we are on the ground. Now he is in his wheelhouse. We'll see if he can get one of his submissions to pop here tonight. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. All right, he's sort of hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here. Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, you got to be very careful when you take these big ground and pound strikes. You need to control posture on the bottom, and if you're the top guy, the guy that's looking to finish, continue to gain posture and rain down big strikes on your opponent.
Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. 45 seconds remain in the round. Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike. Working in half guard here, making these shots count. Oh, the ground and pound is there. Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. 5 minutes in the books. All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round 2 is underway.
That was stuck in. Nice strike. He hasn't hurt.
And a nice job to stick with it there to complete the takedown. Oh, lands a left punch there, and a lot of it's set up by good footwork.
Really great footwork and setting traps so that he can land that beautiful left hand.
Well, you got to be working off of your back. He's certainly doing so here. Nice punch. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Oh, that'll work. The ground and pound strike is good. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move, you got to shrimp, you got to get off on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Oh, now trying to isolate an arm, DC.
He needs to move his hips back to cover. He cannot allow him on that angle. Got to be careful, armbar. You got to recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you got to move him off, and you got to cover. You can't be off to an angle. Now he falls back into the finishing position.
Oh, and there's the tap, so he submits him with the armbar. How about that?
Great job, great performance. He got him!
Yeah, that's about as good as he's looked in the grappling realm, and he stayed focused on the armbar. He kept going back to the well for it, and ultimately, in the middle of this fight, he gets the tap. That is a big finish for that young man here tonight. All right, so a wild round and a wild sequence there on the ground. DC, talk us through the highlight.
He's such a phenomenal grappler. I don't understand how people don't know that this guy wants to submit you. He is the best grappler, best submission specialist we've seen in a long time.
All right, so there's the man they're all chasing at 185 pounds, the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, and the celebration is on after the big submission win here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called to stop this contest at 2 minutes, 50 seconds of round number 2, declaring the winner by tap out due to an armbar, and new UFC middleweight champion of the world, Strickland!
All right, so a major result here tonight as we continue to digest